Hello friends, welcome to the live stream. Coming at you from my office, makeup already on. Because I try not to like fake the words that come out of my mouth, and if the words don't come while I'm getting ready, then they don't come while I'm getting ready. So here we are. I dribbled coffee all over my cup. Anyway, I got about 10 minutes before I have to get upstairs and feed myself before I go work out. Look at this little baby ponytail, you guys. It's the only thing that I miss about my extensions is I had the coolest ponytail. It was the best. But anyway, if you're jumping on, let me know. Say what's up. If you're watching the replay, let me know that too. So you guys, I saw this thing the other day, and I've just been seeing a trend of people talking a bit about this. And I thought, oh shit, like people don't know. People don't know that. And it's interesting because I think there was a time back in the day where, or just any time in anybody's career, right? When you're getting in front of new people or you're just starting out or whatever it is, you feel like you need to, or some people, we often will feel like we need to explain the reasons why we're of value to them, as a service provider or a product or whatever it might be. When what I've learned through my work is the people who are super gritty and like tripping about how much do I get for that and blah, those are the people that typically never actually invest, honestly. But it's really interesting how people think, oh gosh, okay, I'm going to hire a coach because I need to make more money, or I'm making fine money, I don't need to hire a coach, or what's that person going to teach me, like a mentor, a coach, whatever, a business advisor. And there's a lot to be said about that, right? There's a lot to be said about, oh yeah, of course, like we're going to invest this money in somebody to help me, or, guide me into making more money. And it's really not about that. Like it's super, super duper not about that. And I'm sure there are some coaching experiences where that is the jam, but I'll tell you what, I more and more often hear conversations of people who are like, I invested in this super high-end coach and, super high-end, and they're going to have me making this much more, and this is what we're going to do. And so I know they're investing, $10,000 or more a month, which is fine, dude. I've done it, no biggie. No, I mean, no biggie. That's not true. Like, it is a biggie. But you get what I'm saying. Like, it happens. It's not unheard of. I know people who charge $45,000 a month for their coaching, it's a thing, but that's not the point. The point of the story is that those same people often that are like, I'm investing in high-end coaching and we're going to change everything. Those people often, what I see is they're living still in this chaos. They're still living in this very chaotic state of mind that makes it really difficult to make lasting change. Because if it doesn't fit in with the way you want your life to be, or even if maybe it doesn't fit in with the way you want your life to be, we need to do some work around adjusting things so that is a fit. Like, the fit isn't, the way that this goes isn't always going to be just we're going to make more money. Because often what ends up happening is I hear these people again every 6 months saying the same thing. And always searching for somebody to help them make more money and make more money. But then like the moment that person's not there, it doesn't work. Or it didn't really work to begin with. And it's very difficult for them to sustain it, or it doesn't fit well with who they are and what they're looking for and what they're creating, like those kinds of things. And so it's really interesting that people are still falling for that gimmick, but it's a thing. But what I know to be true is that money is the byproduct. Money is the byproduct of you getting shit together and you finding peace and you creating things the way that you know you can do them sustainably day in and day out, or that your team or your business can do them sustainably day in and day out. That's not a one and done thing. It's definitely an ongoing journey that we have and that we keep and we build. And so there's a lot of excavation involved in that journey. There's a lot of excavation. And when I say that, what I mean is digging down into the reasons and digging down into the whys of not only maybe that you're feeling not great about it, or you're blocking it, or self-sabotaging, or scared, or whatever it might be, but even more so, to get like into the logics of things, like, why is that thing not working? Why is that person not doing the thing? Is it a machine? Is it a time thing? Is it a motivation thing? Do they need more training? Like, where are the bottlenecks? Where are the this? Where is it that? But like, those things are you. Those things are people. Those things aren't money. Those are processes and people. And that's where we adjust. And if we don't adjust those things, then the money byproduct doesn't come. So it's like, I would say that my most successful clients, we don't harp on dollars and cents. We don't. They're not worried about that. It's not that they're not worried about it, but that's not what they spend their time on a phone call with me talking about. We do go through their finances. We do look at them monthly or quarterly, depending on who they are and what they have going on. Like, most of my clients have online QuickBooks, and I can just log into their QuickBooks and look at what's going on for them and go through like reporting and shit with them. But what we talk about is how they're approaching situations, how someone's reacting to them, what's going on with customer retention. How do you feel? Are you sleeping well at night? Are you eating good? How much alcohol are you consuming? Blah, blah, blah. Like, what are you doing for yourself every day? What are you doing? Because those are the things that create and maintain a good leader and a good business owner or manager or parent or wife or partner or human, right? It's really like, what do we need to do to make sure that you have some peace and that you feel okay and that you're taken care of? What do we need to do? What do I need to hold you accountable to create that? That's what the work is. And that's where I think people get really twisted up. And that's also why it's so scary for most people. And they don't hire a coach like me, because it's not about, hey, how's, your click funnels? Let me look at the back end. And that's the only thing we discuss is, the nuts and bolts of the mechanics of something. It's the nuts and bolts of you. Why do you do this? What do you do? What do you not do? Like, those kinds of things. Example, today I was talking to a client, and we're talking about this option of potentially moving into a significantly larger building. And which, the way I am as a coach is, I'm here with you no matter what decision you make, right? I got you. Like, we'll work through it. We'll make lists and plans and decide, and I'll help you to feel as comfortable, or at least like okay with being uncomfortable as we need to be. And we'll move forward on whatever they choose to do, right? And in this instance, the statement was made by someone else who is not that business owner and is in a different industry, that said, yeah, you're topped out where you are in the space that you're in now. Imagine the opportunity to make more money in that bigger building, right? Not that that's a false statement. It's really, first of all, it's really easy for someone who's not you and not in your industry to come in and give you advice on what you should and shouldn't do with your money. And if you followed somebody's advice who's in a completely different industry and isn't a coach or isn't, an expert in what they're doing, like, they're advising you based off of their own experiences, not off of, actual potential knowledge on how to run a company. And so that's a little scary, like, tidbit moment for you to kind of put that in your pocket for a later day. But the other thing was, they don't know the ins and outs, right? And they just hear your complaints. We tend to only complain about things we're worried about or whatever. So a lot of times our friends, or acquaintances, they don't know the details. So it's a difficult conversation for them to really give like sound advice on. And so I just said, hey, like, I hear you, you do what you're going to do, what you want to do, but I want to point this out to you. You have grown like hundreds of thousands of dollars more each year than expected. And this is a business that's under 5 years old. And every year it has grown between $200,000 and $400,000 more than what we anticipated. That's impressive. That's huge. And that's all in this one building, right? So I'm like, I don't think the statement of you're maxed out here, your potential for earning is hindered in this location. That's not a reason to change locations, because that's not a true statement. You don't have that information, right? So it's interesting, you know, because a lot of people think it's just black and white. And that's true. There is a lot of black and white information, you know, hard facts. When I say black and white information, I mean like hard facts, like numbers and cents, dollars and percentages, blah, 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 right? Data. There's a lot of that when it comes to making a decision. There's also a lot of thinking about what's the best thing for you, right? What's going to keep you happy? What's going to make you do this and that and the other thing? Business is complicated. And then at the same time, it can be very simple. But the conversations that, for me specifically, and I think a lot of the mentors and coaches that I believe in, it's not about the money that I can make you. It's not about the money that they can make you. It's about the peace they can help you create. It's about the space they can help you create to take care of yourself and make sure you're okay. Because guess what? When you're okay, things flow. When you find peace and calm, even if it's for 5 minutes a day, things shift and change. They truly do. I could tell you stories for days about myself personally. When I fall out of habit, because I'm a human, we all do, everything suffers. When I'm back in habit and I'm doing the things that I know I need to do for me to be well and for me to be happy and calm and okay, the excitement and the enthusiasm and the ability to deal with whatever comes my way isn't so daunting because I'm okay. Because I have people that help me find my peace. And as a result, money is always just a byproduct. Isn't that an interesting way to think? When I say that, some people are like, well, that's a privilege, Jamie, for you to think money is just a byproduct. I'm like, no, I'm just as aware as the next guy that we have to keep our mind set on, you know, we have to be very aware of what's going on financially in our lives. Trust me, more than you probably realize, I'm aware of this. I also know that the secret sauce that you're looking for, it's not in the quick buck. It's in the creating the habits within yourself that allow you to sustainably earn the stuff that is that you say that you want. Making the space for it, allowing it to flow. There's a lot of mindset involved. 100%. These are things we talk about. But if you're looking to hire a coach because you need to make more money, typically you're going to have a rude awakening when you get on the phone with somebody week after week and you realize that the work that needs to be done is on a lot of other things, and you'll blow your mind when a few months in you see your numbers go up, even if that's not the sole focus of your conversations. So anyways, friends, as always, thank you for being here. I love you. I have to go eat food so I can go lift the weights and do the things. I'm going to go see a new chiropractor today. I'm excited about that. And yeah, that's what we're doing. It's a rainy, icky day here in the loo. Can I say that I'm in the loo still? I think I can, even though I'm a little bit further. Ew, I just saw like my hair from the side. I do not like the little side, the little pony. I really, really want my regular ponytail back. But that's okay. Anyways, as always, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And if you think anyone else can benefit from this message, please hit the share button. And if you are looking for more information, or you would like, even just like if you're thinking about investing in anybody, any coaching, any mentorships, and you have questions, I am always here for you to offer advice if needed. If something, you know, along the lines of the products, I actually have posted several options right now to work with me as we head into, you know, the rest of this year. So you can look those up at jamiethurber.com/bundles, and they're pretty great. I also did just come up with an idea. It's going to be called a wheel together. It's a group option. So each person will receive one-on-one session, and then we'll be doing monthly 2-hour group gatherings seasonally. Well, I'm sorry, it's 5 seasonal things, and then there's a group space for support and conversation. And the whole reasoning behind that is because I needed and had an advisor and a guide as I started to learn to live my life seasonally and not according to what everyone else thinks you should do. I started to go back and learn about how to live by what our body's natural rhythms are. And so I really wanted to create a support space for that and be able to give a lot of the information that I've learned and I've been taught to teach, because I actually went through an apprenticeship to be able to do that. I want to start creating spaces for that. I haven't decided if it's going to be a female only group, but I feel like that is what's going to happen, is it is just going to be women. So if that's something that you're interested in, it will include 12 months together technically. It's a pretty minimal price. So it's $1,111. 11111. Or you can make pay. There's two different kinds of payment plans. You could pay monthly, or you could pay 4 payments. So you could pay 4 payments of $280, or you could pay monthly at $111. So that one's really special to my heart. I need to talk about it a little bit more as I really like call in the right humans to join me in that space. I already have one, and she's amazing, and it should be really beautiful to have her energy in the space with us. So just something to think about. Love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.